7 seconds. In about 7 seconds, I'm going to fall into that black mass. That's a hollow. These disasters are happening around the world. Whenever possible, you should stay away from them. Me, I can enter them without issue, because I am a member of the Cunning Hares, an expert in dealing with all hollow-related matters.
You know how long I've been waiting for this? Ooh, I'm about to make a name for myself in here. Where do I even begin? Well, I guess we should start how we normally start things off, yeah? Anby DEMARA, Cunning Hares member, hamburger enthusiast, movie fanatic, and Silver Squad leader. She has quite the aliases. Anby is one of the first agents you get introduced to and play as in the story, and well establishes her personality and character through some of her bouts of dialogue that she has in earlier chapters. I've seen a lot of people talk about this character in the meta, both her and Anby, but I'm not talking about that. Okay, shut up. I'm talking about her. I'm talking about her, okay? I like Anby, and I'm tired of you guys bullying her. I'll be categorizing this video in 3 different parts: her visual design, her significance, and her personality. This video may be lengthy and very, very deep. I want to make more content like this where I talk about individual characters and assess them into deep dive discussion, places where the community hasn't gone. This isn't a Zenless milk tier. Wait! If you guys want this kind of content for other characters, like the beginning of the video, be sure to like, subscribe, share this around, and oh yeah, also hit that bell to get a notification for my other uploads. I know my non-Zenless stuff doesn't get the rounds a lot, so I really hope that I can change this in the distant future. Now then, as stated before, let's jump into our special agent. With all the responsibilities I've listed, are you sure you can sell these movies? I don't expect you to get everything down on the first day. Well, you're all set then. Good luck on your little misadventure.
Sorry about that.
Huh.
Proxy. But Proxy, Superman is still showing in the movie theaters, and I hadn't even had the time to see it. Today is a leisure day.
Wait, really?
Yes, just seeing the movie poster in the cinema has already given me an acceleration in my heart rate. The poster's truly inspiring. It moved me.
Wait, what did you say? Did you repeat that?
And talking about
There's a lot we're gonna have to unload for this, so buckle up. Looking at Anby comparing to some of the characters that we see later in the game's development shows how far Zenless' team has been coming up with its design. It's seemingly a lot more modest compared to other characters we have seen thus far, and that's saying a lot. Let's go over it. What makes Anby visually strong on screen is the specific color that she's rocking, green. Specifically, this hex color right here. Now we've seen other characters in Zenless showcasing green as a main color. Anby showcases a strong green color that is highlighted in her sweater, shoes, and generator. I don't even think any character has showcased this much green in their appearance. Her clothes are that of what streetwear is described. It often takes functional design cues from outdoor and military clothing and recontextualizes them for everyday wear in urban environments. Leggings, sneakers, sweater, arm protection sleeves, belt bucklers, sleeveless gloves, headphones. Her clothes are practical in both combat and in casual setting. Anby has a sword that is able to conduct electricity with the generator on her back. This generator also has a multimeter I recognize that is protected by a acrylic nitrobutadiene styrene barrier and is a great insulator for electricity. The generator on her back reads a 6-digit code, D0A8E4. I looked around to see if anybody was talking about it, but nobody was really talking about it. I just theorized that the developers really crammed this character with whatever that looked cool. And I wasn't exactly off either. In a recent article, Anby was the first character created during the development of Zenless Zone Zero. Her blade was inspired by what a lot of action game characters were using. Anby being the first Zenless character being developed gave the developers an idea on how far they could really push the boundaries when making these kinds of characters. She really was the blueprint into the visual design, and hey, I find that pretty cool.
Hey Anby, how did the movies go? I had forgot how long advertisements lasted in the theaters. I only had less than half of my burger in the climax of the movie. I feel like that's just a weird snack phenomenon that people aren't really talking about online. So, what else did you do? Well, log number 52. I had lost contact with my teammates. In this situation, if I die, my recordings will still be preserved for anybody who...
Who? What? When? Where? What? Wait a minute. This is not the demolition site I was contracted for! Kid, you have a weird... Anby's chill, calm, cool, and collected, which really changes pace on the other characters that we've talked about in our group. Anytime Anby shows her interest in her hobby, which is cinema talk and movies, it's really in-depth and it's insightful on how she reviews them. It's something she holds dearly and shows strong interest in finding people who shows that same passion. I love how Zenless references movies, pop culture, and known classics in this game. I swear to you, there are so many that are referenced, while there are others that are just within New Erida's urban legends. A list of a few references. Fatal Ringtone is based off The Ring or Ju-on, The Grudge from 2002 to 2007. Family is a reference of Fast and Furious in 2001. Don't Touch, The Thing from 1982. Eradicator 2. Come on, guys. It's Terminator 2, Judgment Day in 1991. Come on, guys. Something personal I would like to share. Just around last year, I've been watching a lot more movies with my significant other. Movies that I never really had the chance or interest in watching. Movies aren't just something that you sit on a screen for 1 to 2 hours. It's a portal to something of the greatest stories ever told. Getting to feel every bit of emotion the characters are feeling with the setting or situation that they're in. This feeling is emotionally moved by these worlds, these people's conflicts, adventures, emotions. Being able to escape what's going on. Whatever issues that you're having in real life, to see something, to go through something similar. It's something many of us can relate to, big or small. I'm sure Anby can relate to that. Finding people who are interested in your hobbies, sharing that passion that you love, being able to share a part of you with someone else, it's what makes us human. And Anby is just as human as anybody else on this planet. This will go to our final part of this video.
Why did you abandon me? Sorry. No, I don't want to hear anything else. And to be frank, my dear, I don't give a damn. Gone wrong with the wind. Really? You're really going to say that? Sorry. You made a huge miscalculation on what you did that long ago. To me, in my life, you're...
Anby would showcase importance in the story as both as a main role or secondary role. Her first appearance in the story is business, strangeness, justness. She would appear every now and then in parts of the main story, and most recent, bury your tears with the past. For the sake of this video, I'll be focusing on the agent story, Echoes of Silver, and everything behind that. There's going to be a lot, and I mean a lot, to go over, and honestly, I think it's time to best put up a huge spoiler warning. Okay, we're putting a huge spoiler warning on this. If you care enough about the lore of a gacha game, you can just skip to this part. Are you ready? All right, good. Let's drop in. There's a lot of similarities between Anby and Soldier 11. Aside from being hyperfixated on a meal, Team Burger and Team Noodles, come on guys. They both have a generator that conducts their weapon into an elemental blade. Fighting style and demeanor, even their face model looks exactly the f***ing same. It's almost like they're... Wait, sorry, there's a bunch of stuff in here. Let me just turn on the lights. Wait, this is where my Tamagotchi was. Yep, Anby and Soldier 11 are sisters, but not in the way that you think. Anby and Soldier 11 originated in Silver Squad. What is Silver Squad? Silver Squad was a former New Era Defense Force division that was under the Obsidian division. We covered a few New Era Defense Force divisions and some characters that were a part of it. Yanagi being in the New Era Defense Force, Section 6, Trigger being in Lyrae, and then transferred into Obel, and Soldier 11 being in Obel. Silver Squad was just another branch in New Era's Defense Force. New Era's Defense Force had that was a testing ground for their replicated Test Tube Soldier project. These replicas are still human, they're just artificial and easy to replace as well. Anby was the captain of the squad and was the prototype of the future clones. She was the blueprint, the origin point. She is Soldier Zero. With Anby's design philosophy, they built her around how the game was going to be played, and not the world, since it was still being developed. They had another shot to redesign her, with the story carrying out her design with Soldier Zero. They even give her a little burger hair clip, that's pretty cute. She even had these new set of dual blades called GIMME. These blades have eternal electric currents radiating within them. She could ride on them like a board, that's pretty cool too. She thinks that she's Ricky Winterboard. Anby in Silver Squad was tough, and I mean the best to ever do it. Is exactly why she's captain. Obsidian Division had made a plan to set their soldiers onto a suicide mission to kill off every single replica to keep Anby the only replica alive. Silver Squad named each other themselves, since they didn't have names as a soldier or robots, but people, which is why some of the soldiers have names mentioned in the story. Howden, also known as Soldier 11, got hurt during training, which had Anby covered. I want to let y'all know, when a replica goes under critical damage, they go under temporary amnesia. So hold on to that real quick. This small choice had impacted both of their lives, giving Anby survivor's guilt and Soldier 11 trauma due to memory manipulation and emotional numbness. Anby survives the suicide mission and gets backhanded in the worst way possible. After her return of seeing essentially no man's land, she was ordered to kill her own sister, Howden, to leave only one soldier alive. Out of disobedience, she slits her own throat. Now I just want to let y'all know, this was the events before the start of Phaethon's story. Anby has been hiding this for the longest. Fortunately for her, she didn't die, but got dumped by the ruins in the rubble of the old capital, which is where she first meets Nicole. But unfortunately for her, she had temporary memory loss. But when she did get it back, she found out Soldier 11 joined Obel's squad, leaving her. But even more unfortunate news for her, Soldier 11 is missing and Silver Squad wants revenge. Enter Twiggy. Twiggy was another replica in Silver Squad who was another survivor just like Anby in Soldier 11. She was one of the weaker soldiers, but made up with her intellect. But to the craziest amounts of bullshit, she survives the suicide mission. With her limbs being corrupted by ether, she was amputated and sold off to the black market like she was some sort of slave, until she was bought by a former military doctor. Through a stroke of luck, found her to rebuild Silver Squad. Now this gets even crazier. Now, if you think Twiggy was then oh my god, bro. Twiggy, after building a replica of the creation of the Silver Soldiers, used their organs to get in contact with Tops. Oh my god, bro. I'm so tired of seeing y'all all the time, bro. Can we stop touching up the worst tragedies for 5 minutes? Anyway, Anby finds Soldier 11, tells Twiggy Silver Squad is the tells Twiggy Silver Squad is Horde. Twiggy and are you serious? That's her name? Hold on. Are you shitting me? That's actually her name? Okay. Girl 1? All right. Injects themselves some of that sweet ethereal magic and combines into Basilius. I hope I'm saying that right. Please let me know that I'm saying that right. Anby and Soldier 11 team up and put the end with Silver Squad one last time. Anby DEMARA, movie enthusiast, combat expert, Cutting Hair's member, and ex-squad leader. There's a lot that goes within this character, and we've seen so much of what she can do, her good and her bad. Anby was inspired to be great from the Silver Squad project, can match up with people at a blink, fast in combat, quick intuitive thinking, strategic, but she isn't a person that's perfect. She's not great at initial communication, a self-sacrificer that doesn't want any more people to be hurt around her, a coward from running away from a dangerous project. She's not what Silver Squad hoped for, and that's okay. Anby isn't some rebel with a cause or one-liner hyped badass. She's a human being, and human beings make tough decisions. It's not something we all want, but it's a bullet we have to bite. She has hobbies. She enjoys doing things, has family, friends. She runs away from her past, but when push comes to shove, she'll do whatever she can do to fight against whatever trouble that may rise. Anby is one of my favorite characters in Zenless and was one of the first few characters I was interested in, and Echoes of Silver surged that interest, in addition to a lot of movies that I've been watching as of recently. Movies, like other media, is another thing that brings people together, regardless of background. Movies had moved me in all spectrums of feeling: fear, tears, rage, glee, and fulfillment. I'm sure through the durations of her chapter, whether it was the movie seat or in the holo, Anby feels the same way. She's an amazing character, and I would not have it any other way. Well, that's all the time I got, so I'm gonna have to wrap things up here. See you next video. Bye-bye. Also, Anby's getting a new update, baby! What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Hey, you reached the end of the video. I would like to thank my supporter, Aerith, as well as my partner for collaborating with me with the voice work. You two have finally given me permission for you guys to donate me through my channel. I've been trying to get a PC recently so that I can stream of my initial reactions to newer updates from the game and also get better equipment. Please directly support me through that. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!